Today on Channel 8, the Appalachian State Women's Center recognizes women of influence in the local community.
Final exams are approaching and students are starting to feel the pressure. Find out how they're preparing.
And Chancellor Kenneth Peacock is stepping down after nearly a decade of service. Good evening and welcome to Channel 8. I'm Matt McClellan.
And I'm Amber Marshall.
We hope you tune in weekly for a review of events at ASU. After 9 years of service as the face of Appalachian State University, Chancellor Kenneth Peacock is stepping down. In an email sent yesterday to students and faculty, Peacock said that now is the right time for Appalachian to make this change in leadership. The Chancellor will wait until a successor is appointed before leaving his post. Since his appointment in 2004, Chancellor Peacock has helped raise nearly $160 million through the Campaign for Appalachian. More details have yet to emerge on Chancellor Peacock's reason for leaving ASU.
Tomorrow is National Record Store Day with local record stores and ASU students taking part. From noon to 3 p.m., music lovers can stop at venues along King Street to hear local talent and pick up exclusive new releases. Several student performers will also be featured at the Music Street event. ASU's Split Rail Records will also host music scouts, songwriters, industry professionals, and many more to seek out undiscovered local artists. Record Store Day is organized to support the nearly 700 independently owned record stores in the nation. Finals are coming up and it can be a stressful time for students. Channel 8's Mason Bilson found out how they're getting ready.
As the end of the semester rapidly approaches, ASU students are feeling the stress of time. Final exams are just around the corner.
Exams, reading day is going to be May 4th, and final exam period is the 6th through the 10th of May.
Academic advisor Shirley Harris explains when the library plans to open 24 hours for students looking to hit the books for finals.
The 24 hours are going to start on the 24th and run through, of course, until finals are pretty much completed.
Final exams are one of the most stressful periods that college students experience. Graduating senior Peyton Thomas shares his methods for dealing with finals.
Well, when I'm studying for a long period of time, I make sure I take some breaks, get out, walk around, have a cup of tea, play some video games for a while, then go back to study, and just take your mind off of it for a minute. It'll really ease your life up, and you'll actually be more productive when you do get back to studying. You can even go to counseling on campus. We got a lot of great resources here.
Stress is a major problem in American higher education. 80% of college students say they frequently or sometimes experience stress daily, according to the Anxiety and Depression Association of America. Counseling and tutoring are just a sample of the exam aids available for ASU students. Director of University Tutoring Jessica Fletcher is frequently asked for help preparing students for exams.
Like, how do I study for an exam? Where do I study? How long? It also incorporates things like taking notes and test anxiety, which I had when I was in school too.
For Channel 8 News, I'm Mason Bilson.
In national news, 2 suspects have been named from the bombings at the Boston Marathon on Monday. The suspects are brothers of the Chechen ethnicity. One of the suspects was killed this morning at the end of a wild chase from the police after fatally shooting a Massachusetts Institute of Technology campus police officer on Thursday night. The brothers first came to America in the early 2000s. Their father and aunt both believe that they are innocent and that they would never commit such a crime. 3 were killed in Monday's bombings and over 170 were injured.
Agents are working to uncover the cause of Wednesday night's explosion in West Texas. 35 to 40 people are believed to be dead from this fertilizer plant explosion. Buildings within a half-mile radius of the plant were damaged or destroyed, and many local residents are being treated at a hospital in Waco. Community members are attempting to stay positive as the search continues for many friends and family members that haven't been identified since the explosion.
Coming up, the university pays respect to the women of influence in the community.
And stay tuned to find out if we'll see some clear skies next week.
7 feet. Imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. 'Cause every kid across the nation deserves a book to read, and we can make it happen right now. No, I don't know what you've been told, but kids with books learn so much more. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time. Living seeds of inspiration to motivate some magic. To change the writing on the wall, writing on the wall, and make a difference. One book can inspire a child. One book can be the first thing that helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Every year, the Appalachian State Women's Center recognizes a few influential people. These select women are nominated for being role models in the local community. The event was held in the Whitewater Cafe on Wednesday, where 4 nominees received the Women of Influence Award. Andrew DeVere Scott has the story.
The Appalachian State Women's Center hosted the 14th Annual Women of Influence Awards on Wednesday. The awards are a way of recognizing women in the community who are making a positive impact. 4 women received the awards Wednesday. Renee Bowman talks about what the award means to her.
It's very, very nice, and I feel very honored to be with such other folks who have done so much for the community, and I'm really appreciative of this organization. I think it's a really nice thing.
And her nominator said of her, she is truly an inspiration and is one of the most sincere and kind individuals I've ever known.
We also talked with Amanda Moore about her achievements.
The other women here that have received awards tonight are just such prime examples of what it really means to be a role model and to really stand for something that they're passionate about and that they love. And I think that's just something so important for women, especially in our society, to be aware of and to take into consideration.
The recipients were all nominated by people in the community. If you would like to nominate someone for next year's awards, go to the Women's Center page on App State's website to access the form. For Channel A, I'm Andrew DeVere Scott.
Are we going to get a break from this rainy weather? Nakia?
Thanks, Matt. For those of you who are expecting nice warm temperatures for spring, I have some bad news for you. Unfortunately, we might be moving in a different direction. If we take a look at the radar map, we have a mixture of lime green and yellow temperatures. And if it doesn't make much sense to you, I'll explain it, don't worry. So we have a mixture of lime green colors right here, which basically means light rain. And we have yellow as well. So when those mix together, we have a combination of light rain and heavy rain. We're not hoping to get any floods like we've seen sometime before, but if we take a look at the severe weather map, we can tell you how this rain equates to you. Taking a look here, we can see right here in Boone, in the mountains right here, we have white colors right here, which basically means that we're going to be having a lot cooler temperatures. Unfortunately, next week, the temperatures won't be getting much higher than the mid to early 50s and low 30s for the entire week if you just take a look here. Now looking at the current conditions, we can kind of show you how the pressure systems will affect you. Right here we have low pressure systems moving all the way around the United States, right here into the southeast where we are in Boone. Unfortunately, we have low pressure systems moving up from the south to the north and vice versa. This basically means that there will be a lot of wind mixing with that unfortunate rain that we'll be having light and heavy rain as well. So if we take a look at the 5-day, we can kind of see how this will affect you in the coming weeks. If we take a look, we can see that the temperatures will not be reaching much higher than the 50s. On Monday and Tuesday, we'll be looking about the same with the mid 50s and a low in the 30s throughout the entire week. We're going to see temperatures like Wednesday. It's definitely going to be continue to rain. Unfortunately, with those pressure systems mixing in with rain and water, it's not going to be looking too great. So if you were looking for those nice spring temperatures, we don't have that, but maybe in the next week. That's all for weather. Back to you, Matt and Amber.
Thanks, Nakia. After the break, Andrew Gibson will tell you about the football team's upcoming spring game.
This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
Of course it's not happening. Armored car. Listen, having money isn't about luck. Make your own coffee, save $1,000 a year. Feed me.
Feed the pig. Bring out the action hero in you. Fuel up right and get energized. Be part of the greatest action movie ever. The first movie that puts you in the action. Show us how you train and eat like an action hero. Join in at actionheroalliance.com.
Earlier this week, the Appalachian State University women's tennis team placed 3 players on the All-Southern Conference team. Voting was determined by the league's coaches and was announced by the league office on Tuesday. Senior Ellie Linsell received first-team All-SoCon honors after leading the Mountaineers in singles play with a 17-4 overall record, while 8-2 in the SoCon at the top position. Linsell's All-Conference honors are the second of her career. She was selected to the All-Freshman and All-SoCon teams back in 2010. Fellow senior Gabriella Selly was named as a second-team All-SoCon selection after posting a 15-4 record overall and 8-1 in league play. Newcomer Claire Cox earned Freshman of the Year honors after going 15-7 on the season with a 7-3 SoCon record. With the selections of Linsell, Selly, and Cox to the All-Conference team, Appalachian State has now had 4 different players selected to All-SoCon teams a total of 6 times. The Lady Mountaineers unfortunately fell 4-0 to UNC Greensboro early this morning in the Southern Conference Tournament. But despite the season-ending loss, the 2013 campaign saw the App State women's tennis team earn their first national ranking in school history. Congratulations to Coach Colin Crothers and the Appalachian State women's tennis team on a great season. With spring now officially underway, we're already gearing up for football season here in the High Country. Tomorrow afternoon, Coach Scott Satterfield and the Appalachian State University football team will host their spring game at Kidd Brewer Stadium. The spring game will showcase the 2013 Mountaineers against one another in what should resemble a game day atmosphere at the Rock. Parking on campus for the spring football game is free in the stadium and Greenwood lots, and tailgating will also be permitted. Kickoff for the spring game is set for 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon at the Rock. And that's your look at Channel A Sports. I'm Andrew Gibson.
It is a big weekend here at Appalachian. Spring game. We have open house in the morning, Relay for Life tonight, so a lot going on.
It's going to be a very exciting weekend, and a lot of people expected to come out and watch the football team tomorrow and Relay for Life, as you mentioned, tonight, and it's going to be a beautiful weekend.
Yeah, I hope the rain holds off.
Hope so.
Looking forward to it. After the break, find out why the Walmart parking lot was filled with puppies on Sunday.
Know what?
What?
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. I mean, check out these 2. It's Flirt City over here.
Yeah, I noticed that. It looks like my human is definitely into your human.
Oh, look! I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog. Oh, look, they're doing that thing where they put their arms around each other.
She kicked up a leg. It's like in the movies.
That's awesome. Looks like we're going to be hanging out a little bit more.
You're on your way to meet up with friends, but you can't seem to get anywhere quickly. You don't want your friends to be annoyed, so you text. You're on your way. "5 seconds is the average time your eyes are off the road while texting while driving. Make sure you get where you're going."
On Sunday, the Walmart parking lot was filled with even more cars than usual as it hosted the North Shore Animal League. Boone is just one of several stops for one of the 13th annual Tour for Life. Boone residents and the App State students alike showed up to look and play with the adoptable animals from shelters in the 5 surrounding counties. The event also included low-cost vaccinations, nail trims, and microchipping. Who doesn't love a good puppy, you know?
I definitely love puppies.
There's no such thing as a bad puppy.
You're right. But Have you noticed that so many more people have puppies on Sanford Mall, and now that the weather is warm?
That's how you know summer is on the way.
Yes.
You know?
Is that the
Good
key
stuff.
indicator?
Well, we would like to hope so, but unfortunately, temperatures will not be getting as warm as we'd like to
Don't
in
tell
the
us that,
next few
Nakia.
days. Unfortunately, if we take a look at the 5-day weather forecast, we can see that unfortunately the temperatures are going to be as high as in the 50s. We might reach the 60s on Tuesday, but then we go back to some rain, and it's going to be a little bit cloudy, unfortunately. So it's not looking that great spring temperature that we were hoping for within the next few days of April.
Yeah. Well, we did have the warmer weather last week, so we just need to remember that warmth, and maybe it'll carry us
Hopefully
through.
it'll come back to us really soon.
Absolutely.
Thank you for tuning in to Channel 8. Have a great weekend and enjoy the spring football game.